Right, folks, friend and family in the place. So here's the question. Why is it so difficult for us to leave the places we've outgrown? Well, self-management strategist and public speaking coach, and my sister, Crystal Tomlinson, is here to provide some answers to that question. Blessings and love, my friend. What?
To see you, Neville. I'm doing good.
Yeah?
I'm doing good. Learning to stay unstuck and leave the places that no longer serve me.
How the start of the school year treat you?
Very good, actually, but the difference for me is that I have a toddler. She's 4 years old, so the book list problems don't hit me yet. But I passed by a plaza in Half-a-Tree and I saw the lines.
Yes, man.
I saw the lines.
Incredible.
I soon reached there, so.
Yeah, incredible. All right, so we stay in a spot because we're comfortable. Mm-hmm. We don't really know, so we're not supposed to stay in there for too long, but that's the reason we're comfortable, don't we?
Get comfortable, and I want you to think about it like a warm bath. Mm-hmm. When you get in there and you feel the warmth and you settle in, you don't want to get up for two reasons. One, you're enjoying yourself. It feels like nice. There's no harm. But importantly, when you get up, there's this sharp, cold breeze that is going to hit you. And some people, to get out of the warmth and the comfort of the comfort zone, the easy, what is normal, they don't trust that they'll have the strategies and the tool to handle that burst of cold air as you come out of what is comfortable and step into something new. But what is best to think about is what tools do I need so that when I feel that sharp breeze, I can reach the towel and get warm. If I know I'm going to get up, do I put the towel in close reach? So it's the strategies and the tools to help you cover yourself as best as you can when you come out of something that's comfortable and warm and step into something that might be a little new and biting.
I suspect the first thing is that you need to know you're supposed to not be in there.
Yes.
But how you know that, though?
So the
because if I'm comfortable and I I know I'm not supposed to be
the
there.
bath water does not run out. If you keep it plugged, it don't run out, which means after a while it starts to stagnate. And the nice bubbles that used to be there, they're gone.
And the water get cold. Yeah.
And it starts to smell. And are we going to stay in that bath water for 10 years? Because when we just got in there, it was nice and warm. So in our environment, there are usually cues that tell us this is no longer for me. You start to grow. So when you went in, maybe you could submerge your entire self under the water. No, you're really too big for that bathtub. The toys you brought in to play with you, you've outgrown them and their utility.
Yeah.
But you want to stay because it's warm.
As much as that is realistic, give me a realistic example.
So we can think about our job. It's no longer challenging for us. It doesn't pay us what we need to cover our overhead expenses. You're probably sitting down with a talent, a skill, a business idea. But that doesn't feel as safe as the bathwater of the job. That is toxic, probably. The environment and the people and the tools that you need are not there for you to thrive in that space. And no matter how much you advocate, you can't get it. But you think about, well, what will I do next? I don't know exactly what I'm going to do next, so it's best to stay here. But if we thought about the tools we would need to step into next, then we could come out of it. A lot of us don't give ourselves the benefit of the doubt that we will learn how to do something that is new. And another thing that is tricky for us is sometimes relationships, intimate relationships and friendships. We think about something called the sunk cost bias because we've been in it for a very long time.
What is it called?
Sunk cost bias. So literally, how much money you've sunk into the project. So I've been in a marriage for 10 years. I've been in a friendship for 15 years. I have run this business for 25 years. I can't give it up because I would lose the 10, I would lose the 15, I would lose the 25. Not recognizing that we don't have to stay wed to our mistakes because of how long it took to make them. So I might have taken 10 years to do this and figure out that this no longer works, but you don't have to stay there because you took a long time making it and getting there.
Is that fair?
Is it fair for you to stay where
when I said fear, I mean F-E-A-R. Is it
absolutely.
Is it because I am just absolutely scared to move from this seat?
Absolutely.
Because
and fear comes out of a space of distrust. So you either don't trust the circumstances, the uncertainty, the newness, the oddity, or you don't trust yourself to figure it out. And the more we deepen our sense of self-trust, looking around for the tools I will need to do well in this space, believing that if I start, I don't get it right, I won't die. I'm going to learn a lesson and I can learn to do this better and better each day. But when you don't trust yourself to figure out the circumstances that are unfamiliar, you stay in the space and the environment that is. And I think we do ourselves a disservice by not trusting the power we have to learn and to grow.
How easy is it for me to say, all right, I've been here for 30 years. It's time for me to move and do something else. How easy is that to accept first that are kind of stagnant, and accept second that, Brethren, you have to get up and move whether you like it or not, how easy is
So
that?
it's not easy, but I think too many people wait and tell themselves they're waiting until it gets easy, and it almost never does. What happens though is that it gets harder. The bathtub space gets cramped. Let me use an example of a pair of shoes that I bought. Red bottoms, Christian Louboutins. Had my baby maybe 6 months after I bought the shoes, and my foot clearly grew a half inch. I can't wear the shoes. An $800 pair of shoes. To this day, I struggle to donate it. My feet will not get small again. But I'm looking at the shoes and I'm like, I put $800 into this. Am I really going to give it away? It never gets easy. And I've gone 4 years now with the shoes that I cannot wear. And it's no easier today than it was 4 years ago to think about giving it away. But I'm at the end of my declutter season for September. And I'm gonna give it away. Either give it away or sell it, because it makes no sense to keep looking at a thing that cannot serve me no matter how much I want it to.
How easy is that though?
It's not easy, but you just have to decide, because now it has gotten uncomfortable. I keep having to make space in my closet for a pair of shoes I cannot wear. And when I look at it and I know I can't wear it, it comes in this nice little velvet bag, I get frustrated. So there's a lot of negative energy by refusing to remove this thing or to remove myself from the situation that no longer serves me.
Does
So
that
it becomes urgent and uncomfortable, and that's why some of us move. But we don't always have to wait until we're not in a choice.
But does that analogy work in a relationship? That I love you, but things now go so right now. Am I waiting to see if the love going come back? Or I must just say, no, make I really look at this thing and why it's happening and make a move.
That's one of the situations that are hardest, because it's a human being, somebody you've grown with, somebody who has grown with you, and the sunk cost bias is more poignant there, I think, than anywhere else. The first question we have to ask ourselves, though, is this good for me? And if you answer that question honestly and you come out with a no, it's not good for me, the next thing you can ask compassionately is my doing this thing that is not good for me good for the other person? And again, if we answer that honestly, you're going to come up with a no, because dishonoring yourself for somebody else could never serve them well. The resentment, the anger, the sense of fear that one day it's all going to come crumbling down and you won't be ready, the sense of shame and self-betrayal. Showing up in a relationship like that could not be good for the other person.
Isn't that
so it's not going to be easy, But if we want to tell the truth to ourselves and do what is good and right for us and the people we say we love, then we ask those questions and we take the decision.
Isn't that just maturity, though?
It is. And that's why we can't do it at 16. That's why we can't do it at 21. Some of us can't do it at 45. Some of us can't do it at 50. Because as much as we're growing, we haven't learned to mature in our decision-making process. And one of the ways that helps us to do that, Neville, principles. If I have a principle that I will not dishonor myself, if I have a principle of honesty, if I have a principle of love and commitment to myself and to other people, there's some things I simply cannot do, and if I start to do them, I can't do them for long, because the principle says you have to stop or betray and violate who you say you are.
Amazingly explained. I love you, man.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Too.
God bless you. Sit down with me a little bit.
All right.
Self-management strategist, public speaking coach, and as I said at the top, my good friend, my sister, Crystal Tomlinson. All right, coming up, folks, accessorize my life with Ravikia. Sim will have that one. Stay with us, please. Soon come back.